It's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 at home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High. Radio shouting, man. Stepping in the building, I got some boys that got a smash hit single on deck in this thing. Colonel Loud, Ricco Barrino, man. What's good with it, fellas?
What's going on?
I mean, feeling good, feeling great. I mean, let's get straight to it, though, man.
Let's get to it then.
California, man. Tell me about this banger. How did this song come about?
Oh, you know what it is, man. Basically, you know, I'm the Colonel.
Yeah.
Colonel Loud, the name speak for itself. So
Correct.
the homie Pocket came to me like, boy, I got a hot beat from Hanky.
Mm.
When I heard it, I was like, that thing sound good, boy. You know what I'm saying? I had that good feeling. Then he was like, get Ricco on the hook. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go front. We tried a couple more people, but it just wasn't her.
So y'all was playing. Y'all was playing with a hit song. That's what you telling me.
We
right
wasn't
there.
playing. We knew it wasn't right.
Yeah.
When Ricco came through and put his thing on it was over, and Dolph was in town. Pocket was like, boy, you need Dolph on it.
That's
I
right.
looked at him crazy like, man, Dolph, man, I can't see Dolph on that. Dolph stepped in the booth and just killed it. I was like, oh my God.
What I love about that song right there, it seemed like everybody brought their A game on that thing. You know, sometimes you might find a weak link in that song. You be like, man, oh man, they didn't need that. But I mean, everybody came to work on that.
Yeah.
What was it like? I mean, when you heard that track, did y'all know that it was about to go all the way down though?
I think it was, for the most part, wasn't no pressure. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you got a lot of pressure going on, you know what I'm saying, it affects your workflow.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, the vibe was right. You already know what was going on. And
The
I
Colonel
just
was in the
actually,
building.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
got off the
Ready.
road. Dolph was in there.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of vibing the records. And they had already sent me the record.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, tell me what you want and I'm going to paint it.
Yeah.
He's like, do a California record. And I was like, all right, here it is. So I walked straight to the booth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like when everything, I just believe in God. And everything happens that way. And God just told me, he gave me what to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it just worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did that record pick up first at, man? Because I know I was riding around during the holidays, summertime, man. And I mean, me and the fam, windows down, everything
First
loud.
off, man, let me say, we from North Carolina, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I used to stay down here, so I came back home. We came back home with it, and like, matter of fact, we was at bruh birthday party, Ricco birthday party at Strokers. And Funky was in there.
Yeah.
Funky.
And then, a couple people was in there, and next thing you know, it was on radio station. Going
He was
in.
like, we need this record. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was funny because I forgot I gave it to Funky. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
check, because I knew that's Funky flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So Funky broke it, and I'm just kind of sitting there, and all of a sudden I see the girls dancing. If a lot of y'all know me. I'm in the booty club. You know what I'm saying? so I always go test my records there. You know what I'm saying? That's my inspiration. And so when it all started to unfold, I said, well, we gonna break it on my birthday.
Yeah.
I invited Colonel and them down, and next thing you know, couple very important people ran up to us like, yo, we need this record. And it kind of messed with me. I'm like, are you serious?
Is that simple?
Yeah, I'm like, so before I knew it, like the next day somebody was like, yo, turn your radio on. And that was it.
I ain't gonna lie, like I say, man, I was riding in the car when that thing came on, man. I had to look at my wife riding shotgun. I said, hey, man, first of all, cut that thing up. That's #1, cut it up. But this is what I call a hit right here.
Yeah.
Because every now and then I like it, it's similar to like buying a house. When you walk in that house, that's your house right there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And a hit when you hear that thing. And when I heard that thing, I said, oh my God, these guys that got in this booth and recorded a smash in there. Well, y'all receiving the most love from that song.
Right.
Listen,
Like,
Atlanta love us so much,
Into
man.
Atlanta, and NC, they don't really support
Get out of
each
here,
other,
man.
you know what I'm saying, like Atlanta do.
Yeah.
So they wait till you get on, then they jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
But long story short, Atlanta been killing it, and then now NC showing that love, and I'm happy, you know, and it's just spreading.
I think it really worked because, like he said, his was vice versa. Mine started from home, so it's like everybody jumped on my sound in North Carolina. So I like to think of myself as a universal baby because I've been in Atlanta so long. It's home to me. So people like, you from Atlanta? I mean, you might as well say it, but at the same time, I'm 4 hours up the road. So
That's right.
you know what I mean? In North Carolina too. So I got 2 homes. And they both gravitated, and to the point where I was able to walk the record into people and just be like, boom, you know what I mean? It wasn't, you know, how people normally go and work records. I took it upon myself, and they showed love. But like, you know, like we could say, Atlanta definitely showed tremendous support, and that's why I love Atlanta.
Now I know y'all been touring a lot with this record too, man. I mean, how's the response to it out here?
Listen, man. Listen. All I can say is, because the beautiful part about me being a musician, and I say a musician because a lot of people be like, you know, I'm an artist. Yeah. I'm a musician. I could do a number of things.
That's what I can say.
So I'm able to stop and actually, you know, take the record and put the name of the city in the record. So everybody go crazy. Like, I literally stopped after we performed it, and I'd be like, let me check in with everybody in whatever city we in, and I start singing it, and everybody just go up. So I think it's a blessing. That's the blessing about the song, because somebody be like, yo, that's a regional record. They talking about California. Really, we're not talking about California, but truth be told, you know what I'm saying? Truth be told, you know what I'm saying? It works for everywhere, and you know, real soon we're gonna come with the Atlanta version.
Yeah.
And I gotta do it for my A-town, you know what I mean?
I can definitely dig it. Boy, Hanky done stepped in this thing now, man. I mean, break it down, Hank.
Yeah, man, I'm late, man. You know, they took a little longer at Wing Shack, but you know. But yeah, man, we got a California record going crazy right now, man. Shout out to Colonel Loud, Ricco, Young Dolph, and everybody, man.
I mean, talk to me about that track, though, man. Bringing the phone. What was it like? Did you already know what it was going to be like when you was producing that thing?
I knew the track was going to be crazy, but I didn't know, you know, I sent it to them and sent it to Colonel, and he was like, man, Ricco finna lay a hook to it. And he sent it back. I was like, man, I don't even know it's going to get any better than that, you know. So it shocked me, you know what I'm saying? So it's such a big record. It feels good. It goes from the old to the young to all races, so it's just crazy.
I can definitely dig that. Now, Colonel.
Yeah.
That plug talk, man.
Oh, already.
Tell me about it, man. Because, I mean, this ain't y'all first time hooking up either, man. I realized that on there.
Man. We go back to Old Money, New Money. I had a mixtape with Project Pat hosted by Swan Izzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Rico had some work on that. But this plug talk I got hosted by OG Bigger Rankin and DJ E-Thug.
Yeah.
Shit straight banging. You just put it in, let it ride. Got all kinds of crazy production. You know, Mr. Hanky, Shot of Red.
Yeah.
And then it got some hometown production, NC.
Yes,
so, you know, I show that love for them. And then it got like Scooter on it. It got Pat on it. Cap One, Dolph, you know. Got a few people on it, but she going in, she ride it. Got a nice ride to it.
I can definitely dig that. Now, I mean, back to that California though, man. I saw my OG, Big Gift, vibing out to that thing, man. I mean, tell me how you feel when the legendary Goodies getting down with the movement.
Man, it's crazy. I was talking about it the other day because, you know, I've been bumping heads with a lot of people that like what I grew up listening to. You know, the music nowadays is a lot different from what we had coming up. So, you know, I still got that same, what I listen to, that's my style. So
that's right.
I'm gonna have that type of music. You know, Give Goody, man. You know, Good and Mo be my favorite, one of my favorite group.
That's right.
Outkast, you know.
Yeah.
That's what made me start writing. Them boys, you know.
That.
So it feel real good, man.
Rico.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. I mean, musical family.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it just might be in the DNA, man.
It is.
How long, man?
Since Motown, you know what I'm saying, my uncles, well, even before then, you know what I'm saying, my grandfather, everybody sung. So I got a real big singing family.
Yeah.
And you had Motown with my uncles. They were called the Barrino Brothers. They were signed to Holland Dozier after they had broke off from Barry Gordy. And, you know, they had a cool run, but the company kind of fell apart. And so they started singing gospel, and then they started having kids, and they kids sung gospel till they got to the early 20s, and then they went to New York and formed a group called Jodeci. And then, you feel what I'm saying? And then I had another cousin that worked hard in Charlotte, and his last name was Hamilton, first name Anthony, and then you come back. So you feel what I'm saying? It's like a thoroughbred.
Yeah, that's cool, ain't it?
And then I take Tasia to the American Idol. And then that's when our run started. You know, so really I have a very a very big storybook, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm so humble and grateful for this opportunity. You know what I mean? Very grateful because I played the background for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've done a lot of things for free, just out of the kindness of my heart, just because of what I love. So that gives you the history of you know, my family.
Tell me about the game that they gave you though, man, that helped you to prepare for where you at right now.
Well, I mean, we all know, you know what I'm saying, everybody out there already know the highs and lows, because of course when you get behind the camera, you see the good and you see the bad. And I'm a man of very big faith. I'm a gentleman, but I'm a bad boy at the same time. So I learned how to take and basically consolidate and you know, I wanted to basically compress the things that I've seen, you know what I mean, and know this is good, this is not good. How can you keep your nose clean? You know what I mean? What do you need to do to stand out amongst your peers? And I think a lot of that has helped me, you know, by the mistakes that family and even friends that I came up in the game with, you know, the mistakes they made, I'm able to learn from those.
I can definitely dig that.
Yeah.
How do you feel right now though, knowing that you got a hit on your hands? Colonel Loud, Hanky, I mean, you know, it's levels to it. And when you got to smash, it goes all the way down. This ain't no little drop in the bucket. It's about to go all the way down, fellas.
But you know what, with me, I you know, I don't know about the fellas, but for me,
Yeah.
it's a very humbling experience. But at the same time, I'm gonna say 70 to 80% of it hasn't sunk in yet, because I've spent a large majority of my life reaching for the goal, and I've had so many doors closed, and I wouldn't stop. So this, it's almost like one of those things where, you know how you your mom say, well, you know, for Christmas you gonna get such and such, and you waited on it, she like, baby, I couldn't get it this year. You feel what I'm saying? So I've put it in my mind that as long as I keep my faith and I just keep grinding every day, I don't have time to think about putting it in my mind, because a lot of people get Hollywood. I'm very approachable. I'm a real person. I'm super real. So when somebody asks me that, it hasn't sunk in, and I don't think it's gonna sink in till maybe I'm winning an award, and that's still because we got so far to go as a team. Like, this is just the start. So
how long y'all boys been rocking though?
We just like literally within the past year, we like said, you know what?
Yeah.
We knew of each other.
It's the team.
But we was like, wait a minute, this work. Like, you know, we gonna make a gumbo. We're gonna put the chicken, the shrimp, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put the vegetables in there, stir it up, and we got something. So yeah.
I can definitely dig that. Now, I mean, Hank,
What's happening?
I mean, we were just talking a second ago, man. You said you got that work coming, man. I mean, tell me a little bit about what you got going on, boss.
We got some more stuff coming with Ricco, some more stuff with Colonel. I also just dropped a single OT Genesis and Lil Wayne called Do It.
Ooh.
So yeah, the video out. You know, there's a couple other records coming out too, but you know, we just keeping the formula going. You know, so just keeping that hot music going.
I mean, how you feel having some songs on the radio, getting love and play like that, man?
I mean, it's cool, man. You know, everywhere you go, everybody like, hey, I like your song. You know, so it's cool. You know, we go to the strip club, get free dances. You know.
See, I ain't even got no free dances. But
I mean, not free, but you know, like, you know, they don't just stop dancing after they one dance. You know, they keep going.
And you still your tab's still running.
But
Right now, you got a tab, a big one.
I might need to go back.
Go get your head bust when you walk back in that club, boy.
Nah, but it's cool, man. It's a real good feeling, man. You know, like you said, everybody been working for so long.
Yeah.
You know, just to keep records coming and stuff. So it's always a good thing to get success.
Okay, Colonel. What's next, my dog? What's next?
Oh man, we gonna keep it coming. We just left the studio. So we're gonna keep it coming, man. You know, they crossing me over, you know.
Yeah.
They get me on the grown folk music. That's what we're working on. They trying to take me out that trap.
Yeah.
Not necessarily take him out the trap, but diversify his trap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
Right.
Different markets, cause you know it's all relative.
Because everybody ain't gonna want. They not gonna. Everybody don't know about the trap. They want to hear about it. They want to know what it's like. but then you have to turn around and give them something that they can relate to. So why not be well-rounded? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's next for you though, Ricco?
I got a lot of cool things going on.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna work on this EP, me and the Colonel. You know what I'm saying? Of course, me and Hanky done teamed up, and we, you know, I'm knocking them out. I'm like everybody's saying now. Somebody hit me up on the internet.
Yeah,
and was
they
like,
hitting
"Yo,
us
this
up
dude
now.
from the Be the
Shout
New
out,
Nate
hey,
Dogg."
boy,
I'm like, okay, well, cool, because you know that's some big shoes.
Exactly.
So you know the hook thing, and then of course I got some very huge records. A lot of people. You know, the Futuristic Love Ricco is cool. You know, I do some great R&B records, but I think what God blessed me with is a talent to be able to play venues with the likes of like John Legend and Sam Smith. Those are the type of records I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So I'm bringing that hood element with it, with the drums. I want heavy drums and heavy licks, but my wordplay is still relatable through the hood, and so I speak for the people, but we talking big strings and orchestras and things like that. Just something different to for people to be able to relate to, because I'm just my mind is so big and out there.
Already. Hank, anything you want to get off your chest, my dog?
Nah, man, we just keeping it going. Everybody on Periscope right now, so it feels like
we
it's
so
fresh out.
I wonder what the hell was going on. Like, man, these folks
Everybody
on their phone, man.
We
What's
put their
happening?
phones out like guns.
I didn't
Exactly.
know what happened. I was like, okay,
Shoot. I need to whip out my Periscope.
You got to do
thing.
the Periscope, man.
Yeah, so
We got to multitask.
I can dig that,
we
man.
putting out more music. Like I said, the OT Genesis and Wayne. Y'all gonna hear about it real soon.
Yeah.
Other records with Colonel, a couple other people I can't really talk about right now, but it's gonna be a crazy summer for the next 6 months.
Already. How can folks reach y'all, man?
Oh man, the name Colonel Loud, COLONEL LOUD.
Yes, sir.
Mine real simple. Ricco Barrino. RICCO. 2 C's, not 1 C. RICCO BARRINO. That's RICCO BARRINO.
And mine is a Mr. Hanky BAMRHANKY BEAT. That's for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything.
Likewise.
I can dig it, man. Appreciate y'all coming through this thing. Wish y'all nothing but the best and much success. Be High Radio, shout it. It's out 107.9, man. Let's go.